About her. She has a master's in education. She's RSW and somatic psychotherapist and certified motivational interviewing trainer. Wow. So her career has spanned the fields of intellectual disabilities, bereavement counseling, mental health, and substance use. So Mary also teaches meditation, yoga, and mindfulness to help clients relax, rejuvenate, and release stress. Wow. So please welcome Mary. Thank you so much, Mary, for coming. We really do appreciate your presence here. Thank you so much. So I'll just love to you.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Let's try again. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mo. So I had the great pleasure of meeting Mo. We figured almost 6 years ago, so pre-pandemic. Do you remember that whole world back then? So I had the privilege of teaching her motivational interviewing, and that's kind of how we've connected. And kind of like most of us here, she kept in touch with me on LinkedIn, and here I am. So I'm just extremely honored to be here. Thank you. So just very quickly, I'm not going to give you a lecture on motivational interviewing, but just because we keep mentioning it today. So motivational interviewing is a way of working with people who are considering making a change in their life. And it's simply a way of really listening to people. It's a very compassionate way of working. Some of us have taken MI before. And yeah, and it's one of the things that I love to do is to train and to mentor people in MI. So I am here to talk to you a little bit about listening. And as someone has already said, we have a very big act to follow after this morning. Wasn't that fantastic? Mm-hmm. Oh, it was just so inspiring. Thank you so much. I just want to talk a little bit about listening and how it can really empower the people that we're listening to. There is nothing, I think, more empowering than having someone truly, truly listen to you. And so one of the things that we practice in motivational interviewing is something called reflective listening. I suspect that most of you here know exactly what that means, right? It's about not telling people what to do. It's about truly listening, making it about her story or his story. So I'm just trying to listen to you, honor where you're at, and yeah, and just respect that what you have to say is important. So we're going to do a little listening exercise. But before that, I just would like to show a video, if you wouldn't mind that. And this kind of gives us a little hint on what not to do when we're listening to somebody. So it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but I hope you enjoy it.
It's just, there's all this pressure, you know? And sometimes it feels like it's right up on me and I can just feel it, like literally feel it in my head, and it's relentless. And I don't know if it's going to stop. I mean, that's the thing that scares me most, is that I don't know if it's ever going to stop.
Yeah. Well, you do have a nail in your head.
It's not about the nail.
Are you sure? Because, I mean, I'll bet if we got that out of there.
Stop trying to fix it.
No, I'm not trying to fix it. I'm just pointing out that maybe the nail is causing.
You always do this. You always try to fix things when what I really need is for you to just listen.
See, I don't think that is what you need. I think what you need is to get the nail out. Okay, fine. I will listen. Fine.
It's just, sometimes it's like, there's this achy, I don't know what it is. And I'm not sleeping very well at all. And all my sweaters are snagged. I mean, all of them.
That sounds really hard.
It is.
Come on, if you would just jump. Try to stay face.
Anybody have any thoughts on that video? We want to share? Yeah.
I think it could be a lot of conversations.
Yeah. It could be like a lot of conversations, absolutely, right? It's what we tend to do for good reason. He wants to get that name off her head. I mean, you know, he's a very well-meaning man. He's trying to help her. And that's what we do is we try and fix. So sometimes that's exactly what we need to do. Of course, you know, if you see something that, you know, somebody's going to break their leg, you're going to say, hey, watch out. So there is a time for sure to tell someone what to do. And a lot of the time, it's just time to simply listen. So I was trying to get some of your quotes this morning, Dr. Alou. But you were talking about when we listen, we have to think about how we can truly help somebody. And listening is a way to pave that road, as you mentioned this morning, and paving that road to empower somebody. So what I'm going to invite you to do is we're going to find a partner in the room, so somebody you don't know, and I'm just going to ask you to go and sit with them, and then I'll give you the listening exercise. So let's all get up, and our vendors are welcome to play too. So just find somebody in the room, introduce yourself, have a seat with them, or stand up. Anybody know how to partner? Just raise your hand and someone will call you. Anybody not have a partner? Just raise up your hand if you don't have somebody to talk to. Everybody's good? You have one person to talk with? Everyone's paired, we're perfectly paired up. Well done. Okay. So here is the exercise. So number one. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to decide in your pair who has the longest hair. Okay. So longest hair person, what you're going to do is you're going to be the speaker first. We're going to have 5 luscious minutes to talk about, and here's your topic. I would like you to think about a time in your life when you felt really connected. So just that great day or that one night you went out and you just felt really connected to others. It was just this beautiful, joyful time. That's all you got to do. And our person number 2, our listener, I'm going to invite you to listen. So listening means listening with kind, empathic ears. It also means maybe asking some open-ended questions. Nice one, you remembered that. So an open question, reflecting back what you heard from them, really kind of sharing their story. It's just about her story, his story. It's just about them. They're going to share their story, and you're just going to invite them to tell you a little bit more. Any questions? Just trying to learn more about that. And dig deep. Dig deep. Wow, tell me a little bit more about that. What did that mean for you? Go for the feelings. Questions? Okay, so long hair person, you're going to tell your story. After that 5 minutes, we're going to switch, and I'm going to let you know when. Okay, let's go. 5 minutes.
But it's been long.
Okay. It's nice when I went out and I was Feels like. Yeah. Also, I don't. But all in all. Yeah, and I think way, I think like today, they were doing conditions, so I was able to express myself without any fear or how the social I really enjoyed doing that. Lunch meetings. I think that's it. I love myself. What I realized was yeah, that's what, yeah, just yeah, I
I invite you to slowly finish your story. 1 more minute and then we're gonna switch. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna ask you to hold. I know it's not easy. We're hearing some beautiful things from the other person. We're gonna ask you to switch now, please. So switching to the other person. Now the other person tells their story and you're gonna listen to them. Okay, so let's switch. The speaker becomes a listener, the listener becomes a speaker. 5 minutes. Let's go. Okay.
That's still, but
Just one more minute, please. One more minute.
I wish. I didn't check.
Okay, everybody, thank you. Just finishing up your conversation.
Wow.
Whichever one.
I can always express just. Oh, it's that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so when you were the speaker, how did you know that the other person was truly listening to you? What did they do? What did they say? How did they look? Anybody at all? And you, Mike, or you can just, yeah.
They add elements of what you said into your response. So they kind of add elements, they maybe expand it a little bit more.
Yes, when I was sharing with Isabel, she was nodding, she was smiling, and she was at the end of the session, she gave me comments and she was encouraging me, so I felt that she was really listening.
Yeah, so that body language, right? Eye contact. Not too much eye contact maybe, but just kind of a a little bit, right? And just encouraging and nodding your head, smiling when you're smiling, and just being with it. And then saying some lovely, encouraging things at the end. Thank you.
That's what I was gonna do. I was
Yeah.
And also giving contributions, like giving contributions to what you're saying. Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, giving contributions to what you're already saying, right? So sometimes we call that reflections. Yeah, adding to what you're saying or complex.
So like what everyone has said already, she was really compared to me and everything, and she was asking open-ended questions and like paying attention, she was nodding and everything, and you could just tell like she was listening to you. And yeah, it was really nice.
Isn't it really nice?
Yes.
And was she staring at her phone the entire time? You know? That nice. She put the phone away and she just, yeah. Yeah, it does feel nice.
So for me was the pictures, you still right, the smile on her face, and full of questions, right, and then like getting one thing to like try out.
Yeah, so beautiful follow-up questions, like you just knew she was truly interested in what you were saying. Yeah, and those open-ended questions, all that means is a question that you ask that they don't say yes or no to. So that would be a closed question. Nothing wrong with a closed question, but an open question encourages people to say a little bit more because it is all about them.
I think you kind of the introduction and the video we watched was more like a press for me. And I was intentional to just listen. Just listen and hear without thinking of questions to ask. Like or to question her. But at the end of the day, I realized I was able to connect with her even more because I listened. And for that joint was midway. We did a sit exercise for her and we become almost friends. Just listening and just hearing, listening. Without having wanting to ask so many questions in your mind and she could just listen and connect.
Connecting.
Yeah, the connection part.
Yeah. So just listening to these two people that you've never met before. And when I kind of push in on you, number 3, and you're like, okay, I'll connect with her. And it works out. Yeah, so it's about connecting and about truly listening. What a way to honor somebody. I have a slide actually. So the next one, please. I'm also a fan of Maya Angelou. I absolutely love this quote. It's taught me so much.
Person that wants to make comments.
Yes.
The feeling that I slowly resonate with feeling, and it helps my attention span. I'm able to listen, enjoy the story, smiles, contribute my own to
For me, I could see the detailed attention she was paying to the conversation. And that just shows that she was really in tune into it. And then also a kind of question she asked, like the feedback that she gave shows that she was paying detailed attention to the conversation.
Yeah, paying attention. We talked about intention, right? Intentional listening. I'm really trying to hear you. I'm trying to understand what you're saying to me. So I think of a motivation interview, when we're talking about listening to someone who's, maybe at a crossroads in their life, I'm not sure what to do next in their life. What a way to truly listen to someone and help them try and understand what they need to do next. I'm just listening to you, I'm reflecting back to you, and I'm helping you think about which path you want to take. And I'll go with you, whatever you choose to do. This is my favorite quote ever. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will never forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. I worked for many, many years with people with serious and persistent mental health issues, and clients would say to me all the time, how important it was that they connected with their staff member, their case manager, their social worker, and their nurse. It was so important. Quick little story, I worked with this one gentleman who would help us interview potential new staff. We were interviewing this nurse who I thought was fantastic. She had like tons of experience. She looked like she was a real go-getter, and she was a project manager, and I thought she's going to be amazing. And I asked him his opinion after she left the room, and he was saying, well, which one? Because we'd interviewed 3 people. And I'm like, that one, the amazing one. And he went, oh, the mean one. He didn't write down anything she said at all. He just got that feeling. And I said, would you tell her your story when you're going through a hard time? He said, no. So it really taught me a lot. Anybody else have any thoughts? Yes.
My thoughts are actually a bit of what everybody else is saying, but I feel I feel we're able to connect with each other because we are coming from the same emotional standpoint as women, because we all have that need to be listened to, so we could empathize and know that the other person needed to be listened to, so we give that empathy. So I think that's why it was easier for all of us to connect, as against when that man and the lady were having the conversation. From the man's point of view, he wanted to fix, but the woman just wanted to be heard. So that's my point.
Thank you. Anyone else? I just wanted to just quickly refer to that picture. I'm not sure if some of you have seen it, but I just want to give it its due. The photographer is Michael Davies, and this is up in Nunavut. If you haven't been to Nunavut, I have. And you think Ottawa's cold? So this is minus 40-degree weather, and that's a cup of tea that he poured into the sky, and it froze on the spot. So I just wanted to share a little bit about our north. So I guess my thoughts on this is to me the best way to empower people is to truly listen to them. Put the phone away. Can we be present? Honor the person's story, encouraging them to let their beautiful light shine. Empowering people. That's what we can do. So I'd just like to end with this. I'm going to invite you, if you like, to close your eyes. Let's just take a breath together. And I'm going to invite you to feel this beautiful connection that Mo and family members and children and friends have put on for us today. And let's just abide in that beauty, in that joy of connection with others. I'm just going to take a moment.